Good morning, everyone, dear fellow Venzoians. And I hope that this session will surely help you to really come out of your fear about AI. So that is why I would like to take a session on this topic today. So let's move on. So, what are we going to learn today? I mean, something new, right? So, every day we would like to learn something new. So, what we are going to learn new today? Let's see. I was thinking, whether I would like to show you about the artificial intelligence, and the subset of that is a machine learning, and the subset of that is a deep learning. I was thinking whether to teach you all those theoretical part, but no, I'm not going to do that today. Okay, and maybe there are some computational strategies of artificial intelligence, right? Like the deep learning, robotics, cognitive computing, machine learning, and also you have heard about the supervised learning, unsupervised learning, the techniques, right? And also the things like the reinforcement learning, data extraction, all these things you would have been heard in these days. Am I going to teach all these stuffs today? No. And I have done 5 tools so far. All these are AI tools, like the Scriptly. Scriptly is nothing but there will be a you just need to give the Jira ID, okay, so that the AI will go and read all the steps from the scripts and it will execute the scripts. Okay, visualizer is something like it will compare the web page and Figma, and also it will also help you to compare the screenshots. And also if you just give a standalone screenshot, it will go and analyze the screenshot, and it will give you the informations like alignment issues, or if there are any spelling mistakes, or if there are any case sensitive kind of issues, grammatical issues. Those kind of things can be easily found using this tool. Okay, and I have also made some AI QA dashboard. This is this will be very interesting, that this dashboard will give you a lot of information about the QA automation scripts, what we have done. So you can just go and interact with it. Like you can ask any questions, like whether we have done a script for this particular transaction, or whether we have done for this particular business sector. What are the test case we have for this particular test cases, like that we can ask a lot of information. Okay, so it will give you the information based on the questions. So it goes and reads your database, and then it will come up with the answers. And also, not only that, it will also um, check your Jenkins report, and it will suggest you what to fix, and how many scripts got failed, and why it got failed, and what is the trend of the previous failures. Okay, that is AI QA dashboard. And I did something called Sleep Sync. This is for one of our client. This is just a demo kind of thing. We just showed them how we can use AI for them. And another one is the auto extension. It's nothing but there is a I have built a Chrome extension. Using that, we can easily able to create a scripts by just clicking on the web elements on the screen. Okay, these are the 5 tools which I have done. Am I going to show a demo today? No, not this. Rather, the session today will be focusing only on, we are going to use AI, okay, without learning what and how AI is built. Okay, so nothing theoretical we are going to do today. We are not going to deep dive and learn what is AI and how it is built, what are the parameters, what are the different types of strategies involved in that. No, we are not going to do anything there. Okay, we are just simply what we are going to do is like everybody, we don't know, we are just using AIs for our emails, and to just to get some contents, right? Other than that, the AI is very powerful. Okay, so this session will help you to learn how we can use AI for our day-to-day activities, and how we can solve our own problems. Okay, this is like, say for example, uh, we no need to know the mechanics of the car. Okay, we can just know how to drive a car. That is enough for us, right? So if there is a car, no need for me to go and open the engine, and to check why these parts are there, and what is the use of these things. If we know, yes, that's good, but it's better to know how to drive a car, right? So That is the main objective of this session. We are going to use AI, and we are going to solve our daily issues, and we are not going to see any strategies of AI, how it built, and all those things. At the end of the session, you will be surely confident that you can able to build your own AI tools for yourself. Okay, it's all about the experience, not the concept. Okay, yeah. So as I said, what is this called? This is called as vibe coding. Okay, this is a new trend. It's now all over the AI world. This new word has been coined. It's called as a vibe coding. Okay, vibe coding is nothing but it's just an approach by using the artificial intelligence. Okay, a person can just say what he needs. That is the prompt which we want to give. Okay, so what we need, we have to give it to the AI, and the AI will generate a software based on our description. This is called as vibe coding. Okay, so the concept is we are not going to do a single line of code here. We are just going to tell the AI what we need and what problem we are going to solve. Okay, so that the AI itself will build a code for us, and we are not going to do a single line of code today. Okay, so you're going to see it now. Okay, before that, let me just give you some elaboration on what is vibe coding, okay, and how it works. So first of all, the vibe coding is we need to describe the goal. So first, we need to think of some problems like what we are going to solve, and we have to describe the goal before going to AI. So all these things we have to do some plan, okay, and we have to think that what we are going to do and how our tool should look and what are the things we are going to solve, okay, and then comes the second step. We have to give it to the AI. Okay, so the AI will generate the code, but the code will not be that much 100% as you look. I mean, as you were thinking, it will not be looking like the same. Okay, so we have to do some refinement. Refinement in the sense, can also do some amendments on the code. Like you can make those code into different, you can add more subjects on them. Okay, so now we are just going to build some code. After that, we are going to refine it. Okay, so the fourth point is nothing but the automated debugging. So if when we are executing this code, we might have some issues, right? So we will be just going and checking all those things, and we'll be debugging those kind of things. And finally, accepting and deployment. Okay, so this is vibe coding. And as I said, the first and the main thing is the idea generation. Okay, so it's all about your ideation. So this is the one main thing which AI lacks. Okay, so AI lacks the creativity. Even though the AI can do a lot of things, it does not have the human creativity. So it's us. We have to think creatively that what are the different kind of applications or the approach or the issues which we are going to solve. We have to come up with an idea. Okay, and then comes the text description. That's nothing but the prompt which we need to give to the system in order to make the AI to understand what we are going to build and what we expect. Okay, and after that, the AI will be building you the app, and then you will have a preview and a test, and then you will do a refinement and then deployment, and again you can just go and do the amendments as I said. Okay, so here the two most important thing is, the first thing is the idea generation, and the next is the text description, that is a prompt. Okay, even though if you're coming up with a great idea, okay, if your prompt is not that much good, you know what will happen? This will happen. Okay, so the AI is capable of doing everything, but the prompt should be very clear, and it should describe very clearly that what we need and what it should do. Otherwise, it will do something like this. Okay, it will just collapse all your idea and everything, and it will lead you to somewhere else. You'll be starting it at some point, but it will take you to a completely different way. So that will happen, right? So we are going to see all these things and how to manage those things, right? So now this session is not only to tell you what is vibe coding. So we are now going to try it, okay, in this session. So do you think that we can build a AI tool in just 30 minutes now in this session? Do you think so? I think yes, we can do it, but only with the right tools and clear goal. As I said, that we need to be clear with our goal, okay? And we have to challenge ourselves. Yes, we have to try to do within 30 minutes. Okay. Okay. Now, what I'm going to try is I'm going to try something which is familiar for everyone here. Okay. Everyone would have faced a HR call, right? So whenever you're trying to attend an interview, the first round, the first screening will be done by the HR, and the HR will actually call you, and they will ask you some few questions about your background and those kind of things, and then uh, about your domain, correct? So we are going to build a AI tool for HR screening calls in just 30 minutes now. Okay. So uh, it may not be a perfect thing at the first iteration. That is okay, because we need to build a tool that works fine. Okay, and then we have to, as I said, we have to iterate it after that, so that we can able to build a fine tool. Okay, so are you ready? Let's begin. Okay, so now first thing, as I said, we have to describe the goal. So what's the goal here? We are going to build a AI powered voice based HR interviewer. Okay, like human HR, we are going to build a AI which will act as a human, like a human. It will ask a questions, ask few questions on the domain, based on the experience and everything, so that it will also get the information from you, like how our human HR does, right? Okay, so now I have described my goal. So let's see that what we need to first think. Okay, so first we have to plan it, right? So let's plan it. So what are the things we need? So first, our AI tool should speak, right? So like the HR takes the interviews, the questions. So my tool needs to speak, like the text to speak speech, right? So that should be my first thing. Next thing is the the candidate will be speaking, right? He will be responding to the question, which the AI is asking. So the AI should listen to the candidate, and also it should record all those things, correct? And then after that it should understand, not only listening, understand what the candidate is telling, and as per that it should also give the reply, and also it should change the flow of the questions, right? So like a human, so it should recognize the speech, correct? So these two things we need to handle it, right? The next thing is the generate questions. So as I said, the AI should think, and it should generate the questions based on the domain, and based on the experience, and based on the job description kind of things, right? So for that, we can use here the Grok API. The Grok is nothing but it's one of the large language model, LLM. We used to call it as LLM. Okay. So we are going to use Llama 3 model here, which is free for some time. Okay, so we can use it here for this demo purpose. Okay, so that Grok will generate questions for you, because as a human, AI should think, right? So for this, we are going to use this model, Grok API. Okay, and let's keep the interview short. Maybe for 90 seconds or 60 seconds or 30 seconds, we have to decide that, right? So because it should not go on, so the AI should not keep on asking the questions, because the candidate will get frustrated, right? So it should be logical, it should be short, and also it should be sharp, right? So that's why we need to keep the interview short, and record the conversation. So we need to record the questions what the AI is asking, and then we have to also record the answer what the candidate is answering, right? Because uh, we need to evaluate those things later. Okay, so then only we can able to do some alteration, or we can do some upgrade in our AI based on the feedbacks and everything. Okay. Okay, and finally, I prefer to have a PDF report at the end of the interview. So I also prefer to have the questions, the answers, and the final feedback. The final feedback should be something like the AI should confirm whether this person is eligible for next round or not. Okay, so he's capable of not or not. So generally, HRs will basically do this thing, right? So they will actually speak to a candidate, they will listen to the candidate, and they will ask few questions based on the domain, and they will keep it short, and also they will try to record those conversations, recording in the sense not only audio, I mean they will be having some script, like how they answered and all those things, and then finally they will come up to a report whether to decide he is capable or not, right? So the same things we are going to do, we are going to build it now. Okay, fine. So when I said these things, your mind will be blogging like oh my god, whether I can able to do these things, whether I can, because I'm not totally exposed to code, I'm not a developer, or I don't know even anything technical, right? So whether I can able to do it, this is the first thing will come into your mind. So let's check the questions here. Can my tool speak? How can it ask questions? So this kind of questions should be boggling on your mind right now, right? And also like my whether I can able to build a tool that can listen to the voice, or whether it can generate the questions, or whether I can limit and to control the AI, how to do it, and also how to record the conversation, and how to get those conversation as a PDF report at the end, right? So how we are going to do this, we are going to see it now. So let's get into action. So now let me open um this chat GPT. Okay. Don't worry in case if you're not having any paid version. Okay. Mine is a paid version, but we can create easily the AI tools even without the paid versions. Okay. I will help you maybe later that how we can do those kind of things. Okay, so the first thing is, let me go back here. So so first, how we need to start. So this is very important here. We have to understand the AI psychology. Okay, so I use this term AI psychology here because the AI will always try to push you, will always try to close, in the sense it will urge to do your work quickly. Okay, because it just wants to jump into the work quickly. Okay, so that is why it will always try to push you. So you should not fall to that. You should wait until you get satisfied with your whole confirmation. Okay, so okay, let's begin. So now what we are going to start here is, you should not straightly go and tell the AI that I'm going to build a HR AI interviewer tool. Can you help me? Okay, we should not. That is a bad prompt. Okay, so it is like, as I told you that the thing just now I showed you in a slide. No, so it's like a chitty putting down the TV. Okay, so it's a bad prompt, right? So what we need to do is, we first have to make the way. We have to start it slow and steady. So first thing is, what I'm going to ask AI is, um, hi, what do you think about HR screening calls? So I'm just asking as if I don't know anything, and as if I'm not going to start anything. Okay, I'm just asking that how the HR is doing it. Okay, what are the things involved? Okay, so they will actually, it says that it will check the basic location, notice period, expected salary, soft skills, and the red flag, vague answer or dishonesty, line of the cultural fit. So all these things the HR will be checking during the call, right? So first I just got these things. Okay, and now, okay, now I have set the stage, and now I'm going to ask the next question. Like, um, do you think can I build an AI tool to help HR for this process? Okay, so I'm just asking AI, and it says yes, absolutely. So now it starts focusing on this. Okay, this is what we need. Okay, so it actually says that my previous experience and all those things, yes, you can able to do it, kind of things. But don't worry, we can ignore all those things. Yeah, from here it's needed. So it says that yes, we can able to do it. It's it already comes to this place, right? It says that we need voice, we need the resume parsing, we need these things, and how we can able to do it like that. Okay, so it it gives you some information, right? See, it already gives you that whether we can able to do it with the Streamlight or Tinker GUI, or with CLI. CLI is nothing but the command line interface. Okay, and whether we can use the backend as Python, all these things is just suggesting. Okay, and see, as I told you, it will try to push you. It's asking you whether would like to have a sample architecture kind of thing. Please let me know. I will just put it like that. It'll ask. Don't fall for that. Okay, so now, firstly, I just asked what are the HR things, and then I asked whether we can able to build a tool. Okay, now I'm going to ask these questions here. Okay, one by one. Maybe I'll just put everything. Maybe because of time, let me put uh, two questions at a time. Okay, so this part is nothing but your mind will have a lot of questions, right? So how I can handle all those things, right? So you can ask the same question to your AI itself, because the AI is your assistant here. It will help you to build your tool. Okay, so now I'm asking the AI whether my tool can speak, whether my tool can listen, and it says yes, it can speak and it can listen. So it says that you can use this particular library. This is a library in Python. Since I'm technical, I can able to identify this, but in case if you don't know, that's not an issue. It suggests you. Okay, in case if you don't know, you just copy this. My suggestion is you can just copy this, open a notepad, just paste it here, and you can just do a small verification by searching all these tool in another chat GPT. Okay, that is how I used to do. So if in case if you're not having any paid version, what I'll do is I will create 4 or 5 different Gmail accounts, and I will open 5 different browsers. Okay, and I will use each browser for I mean each chat GPT for different tasks. Okay, so that my task will be so refined, and then the AI will not get confused, or the hallucinations will not be there. And at the same time, it will also explain you that which kind of tool will be easy for you and for your task, which will be more specifically helpful. Okay, so here it is giving you the list of tools for speaking, and here it is also giving you some of the list for listening. Okay, and it says, and it gives you motivation that yes, we can able to do it, don't worry, like that. Okay, so here you can see that it is giving some Python library pyttsx3. Okay, please note this down. And here it is also giving some other instructions here, like to listen. Okay, I'm just noting that also. So this one and speech recognition. Okay, and now it is also giving you some code, like example, like this is how it will look and this is how it will work, like that, and it will again try to push you that do you want me to start, do you want me to put the code, like kind of thing. Don't fall for that. And again we want to ask some more questions, right? So now I'm going to ask the next two questions. Can my tool generate the questions related to domain specific, and can we limit the control? Okay, so it says yes. Why I'm asking these questions to AI is there two things will happen. The first thing is we will get motivated and we will get confident that we can able to do it using AI. The second most important thing is AI will understand only if you ask questions, and only if we interact with lot of questions, then it will come to a conclusion that what it needs to build. Okay, say for example, the first two questions I was asking, like whether my tool can speak, whether my tool can listen, so that the AI will understand, okay, I have to build a tool for him in order to speak and listen. Now it also understands that, okay, it also needs to generate a question, it also limit and control the interview. Okay, so as you can see here, it says yes, you can do it. The domains like the banking, e-commerce, healthcare, the QA automation, anything, right? So we can just give these kind of roles here, the experience here, okay, so that it can able to create it. And also it says that yes, we can able to limit the control by actually we can set a maximum duration like this. Okay, and now I have another question. Since this information will get changed from interview to interview and domain to domain, so that is why I have added a line here. You can see here. Always think scalability and generic on your tool. Okay, your tool should be scalable and it should be generic, because these configuration kind of things you should not do it hard coded. Okay, you should think in that a way. You should ask the AI that all these information what I need to change for each run, it should be in a configuration file. Okay, it should be configured and it should be generic, so that I can use this tool for multiple times for different sectors and for different usages. Okay, yeah, so as of now it's just hard coding, as you can see here. As of now it's just hard coding here. Okay, so it's just telling the domain, the role. But now when we are executing the tool, we need to mention only one particular domain experience, right? So we have to be careful. So that's why we need to be very um, advanced in thinking in order to make your tool to be scalable. Okay, so now yes, it also answered the next two questions. So what I'm going to do now is the next two questions. So whether my tool can record the conversation, yes, I'm going to ask it now. And whether my tool can generate a PDF report, yes, it says that how we can record it. Okay, so it actually gives you some code, and it is also giving you some tips that how you can control the TTS. Okay, TTS nothing but the text to speech. Okay, it's text to speech, like the how quick or how fast your tool should talk. Okay, that is the thing. And yes, how we can able to generate it. We can use FDP, FPDF, or we can use report lab kind of thing. Okay, so I'm also making a note of it, like FPDF. And the previous thing was it was showing some PY audio. Okay, this is to record this PY audio. This is nothing but the Python's libraries, as I told you before. Okay, so now it has already started to do some code. No need for it now. So you can see here that it says that I'm ready. Shall we do it? Something like that. Can we go for MVP version? Okay, let's make it to wait. Before that, as of now, you will be now having some idea that so far what we spoke, right? So what we did is we just set a stage. First, we made AI that what we need and what are the things we are expecting. We made the AI to think that, right? So I asked the questions, I asked the prompt in order to make sure that I'm setting the stage in order to make the AI to understand what I need, right? So do you let's check that whether AI understood me correctly. Okay, so I'm going to just give a prompt now. So far, what do you understand about my requirement? So I'm just asking so far what it understood, right? So see here it says that your goal, in case if it is not understanding correctly, we can now give a prompt and we can say that, see, you have misunderstood it. This is the thing I need. Okay, so that the AI will understand. So now here it says that my goal is uh, it should talk like an HR. It should be a text to speech. Then it should listen. Then it should understand. And then we should keep it so short and controlled. And then we have to record the session, and then we need a summarize report, right? And but this thing we didn't confirm it, right? So whether we need it in CLI or whether we need it in graphical user interface kind of thing, but for now let's keep it simple. Let's go for CLI. Okay, this will be just a command line interface. Okay, so and also it suggests more things now, like as you can see here, that in which format you want and all these things, right? So now also it comes to a conclusion, little bit of conclusion, that what technical things it can use. Okay, so when we started, we don't know that what we need to use, right? And how we need to use, but now the AI itself helped us in order to come here, at least for us to have some idea, right? So now I think I'll just answer this AI, that I will go for CLI, okay, and wait for my prompt. Do not code now. Okay, because if you just give, I will go for CLI, then it will understand that, okay, I have said go. So what it will do is it will just start the coding. Okay, but I don't want to do that now. So I'm just telling the AI that for me CLI is now fine for me as of now. Okay, fine. So let's get into the prompt now. So as I told you, the prompt is very important. I have already written a prompt here, detailed prompt. Okay, so I will show you that. But those prompts will have these things like the PYT, TSX, speech recognition, and these things. So the things which AI recommended for you, we are going to use the same. And see, you can see here a prompt. So I have built a detailed prompt in order to understand, understand the AI that what I need. Okay, you can just go through this. So what I did is I'm asking the AI to build me a full CLI based AI HR interviewer in Python. It should prompt for or load config files, including, so as I told you that my tool should be configurable so that we can scale it, right? So what are the things we need to have in configs? It's like the sector, experience, and the interview duration, and then the grok key. Grok key is nothing but when you're using the grok model, for each and every one there'll be a API key given to you. Okay, so you have to take your own API key, and then you have to put it here. I'll just show you. Okay, and then your voice rate, as I told you, the TTS, that is the text to speech speed. So how speed the AI should speak. Okay, 150 should be the fine number, I think. Okay. Okay, so now what I'm going to ask is, so I'm so far I've told that what I need in the config. Okay, so now I'm going to tell that what are all the things that I need to use in our code, right? So I'm just telling the Grok, use Grok API Llama 3 to ask smart role specific interview questions, correct? So this is the one thing which you need to mention in your prompt. If you just say that go and ask some questions, means it will ask random questions, but we need to make sure that we have to ask the role specific, because whatever the role, the domain which you are mentioning there, it should ask the relevant specific question. Okay, and it should record the candidate voice, and it should convert it to text, right? So two things should happen here. It should also record the voice, as well as it should convert it to text, and then it should ask one by one. The question should be asked one by one. You should not ask a lot of questions at the same time, right? So these things you have to feed, you have to tell AI that in order to build a tool with these things. So these are the detailed information that we need to give. So respond back using text to speech, right? So you should also give the text and also speech at the same time. And then we were asking to auto wrap the interview in just 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, at the end I need a PDF report. Okay, so the PDF report should be like the like the it should have all the question and answer, and how the communication and technical assessment, and what is the fitment score. Fitment score is nothing but the overall score what the HR gives. Okay, and then the final AI recommendations. So whether the person is recommended or not recommended. So I'm now telling the AI to use these libraries. So these libraries are already suggested by AI, as you saw just now. That speech recognition, PYTTSX3, request, and FPDF. Okay, for generating the PDF. And then I'm telling the store all configurations inside the script as hard-coded JSON like dictionary. Make it a single py file. This is because since we are just going to show a demo now here, I'm not going to have some complicated kind of thing. Usually we will have some framework kind of structures and everything, but here I'm just going to keep it simple. So that's why I'm just going to make only one single Python file here. Okay, and I'm also telling confirm the plan, list all the components and flows, ask me the approve before generating the code. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just copying the prompt. Now I'm putting here and I'm sending it. Okay, and I didn't ask the AI to start the code, right? See, it just shows that, see, this is how it will look. So it says that your configuration will look like this. Sector will be like banking, the experience, the interview duration, and then I have to put the grok key here, and then the voice rate kind of thing, right? And it gives you all these informations. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, now see, it says, shall I generate it now? I say yes, go on to the code, and I'm asking it to print here inline, because usually it goes in canvas mode. So I don't want to go in canvas mode. I'm asking it to print here inline. Inline is nothing but here. It prints the code here. Okay. Now, as you can see, it has print the code here. Okay. It has generated the code. And so far, did you notice one thing? You didn't do any code so far, right? So everything was done by AI. So the only thing is you need to ask the correct question. So I'm just copying this code. Let me go to the end, whether it may. Okay. And since I have already installed all these things, no need for me to install. If you're doing it for the first time, follow these steps. AI will recommend you to install these libraries on your machine. After that, only it will work. Okay. But for now, I do have all these things already, so no need for me to do it. So I already took a backup. Let me just copy it, put it here. Okay, and I'm opening it, and I'm just copying the code, pasting it here. I didn't do anything. The only thing is I need to change the grok key. So this is the grok key. So as I told you that I already have a grok key, you have to log in into your grok, create a profile, and you will have a Grok API key. So I'm pasting the Grok API key here. So here the sector is banking. I want to add, I want to change the sector here. I'm going to change it to QA automation. Okay. And see, as you can see that I'm also changing here. The voice rate is 150. The experience is 3 years, and I don't want to keep it for 90 seconds. Let us keep it for just 60 seconds, just for 1 minute. So based on the 1 minute, we'll also uh, 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 cut down the interview time also. So we have to be careful. So as you can see here, so this is the prompt which got generated. So it says that you are an acting HR interviewer, and you have to look for this sector domain, and then you have to ask the candidate with this kind of experience. You have to create a questions, and based on the conversation, you have to do the screening, right? So that's it. It has built you a code here. So now it's time for us to check whether it works or not. Okay. So now I'm going to the command prompt. As I asked that I need it on the command prompt. HR. Yeah. And I hope you should be able to listen what it says. Let me know if you're unable to listen. I mean, if the voice is not audible to you. Okay. So I'm going to start it now.
Welcome to the AIHR interview.
Can you able
Let's
to
begin.
hear it?
Since we just started the
Arun,
conversation,
we can
let's
hear.
begin with a
Thank you.
foundational question. Can you explain the difference between Selenium WebDriver and Selenium IDE, and when would you choose to use each in a QA automation project?
Yeah, as you can see here that the AI is asking me questions and it's now listening to me, right? So it thinks that I'm answering to the question. Let's see how it behaves. And I will say that, yes, I have experience with Selenium WebDriver and Selenium IDE. Thank you. I don't know why it's taking a long time. Maybe it's still listening to me. Okay.
I apologize for the confusion earlier. Let's move forward with the conversation. Can you write a sample Selenium WebDriver code snippet in Java to click on a button with a dynamic ID, and explain the locator strategy you would use to identify the button?
Yes, I can able to write a code, and I can also able to identify the dynamic ID. And I
Time's up. Wrapping up the interview.
See, this is
Thank
because, yeah, thank you.
Please wait while we generate your interview summary.
Yeah, this is because I restricted the interview should be in 1 minute, right? So just for the demo purpose, I just restricted it for 1 minute. In case if you want, you can also elaborate it for 3 minutes or 2 minutes like that. So let's see the interview report here. So as you can see that the sector is QA automation, experience is 3 years, the duration 60 seconds. And the question it asked and the answer what I said. See, as I was talking to you, right? It got recorded all those things, and it got recognized all those things. Since it does not make any sense, it says that apologize, there is a confusion, so let me move forward like that. And then it is asking me some other question, and then I answer. I say that I can able to write a code, right? So here it says that the communication is true, that the candidate response are unclear and confusing and lack coherence. Yeah, because I didn't answer the question straight away what it was asking, right? So it understood that the candidate response is not clear. If we are going to answer it straight and clear, yes, it will say that yes, it was good. Okay, and see the technical, it's giving the scores for you, and it also says the thing based on the communication and technical answer. It's challenging to assess the candidates.
Arun, I think
Yes.
show the previous point, the technical one. I think the technical validation, you can see it is given
This
a
one.
Yeah, if you can read the description. I think because he didn't answer the question again, right? So you can see it says that although the candidate says that he has experience, he did not provide any meaning because he did not give the locator strategy, right? So
correct.
so
Correct. That's how it is getting recognized, and it understands that how it can able to understand my response. Thank you for that.
So basically, it has rejected Arun, not recommended.
Yes, correct. So it also gives you the thing, and yes, as I said, we can able to do some more iterations, and we can able to build a lot after this, and we can make it as a fine product. This is what I was actually thinking to show you guys in this session. So I hope that it is useful for you, and now you can able to get some confidence using the vibe coding. But there are some cons also in this coding, like we can able to do it, right? It's fast, and it's innovative and engagement, everything is good, but the thing is the code quality, the security and maintenance, and there are some limitations when the complex things comes. So I would recommend to start with vibe coding, but kindly learn some basics of coding and some basics how to handle the codes, and how to change the things so that what output will come. So try to understand the basics so that it will be easy for you to actually take it from white coding into the next level for you. Okay, and these are some of the famous tools in the market right now. As you can see that replit, cursor kind of things, but now I have showed you only with OpenAI. Okay, but here replit and all, right, the prompt which you are giving, that should be very detailed, so that based on your prompt it will just create you the whole tool what you need. Okay, and now I'm going to finalize here. So don't get afraid of AI. So the people with AI will replace the people without AI. So my thing is just go and try to understand and use AI, try to manage that what are all the problems you're having daily, like your task, and how you can automate it using AI. Okay, because I strongly believe these codes, it's not the strongest species that survive, or not the intelligent, okay, but the most responsive to the change. So we have to change, we have to adapt to the change, to this future AI. Okay, and that's it. So the best weapon against an AI is another AI. So that's it from this quote. I am concluding my session. Thank you.